So welcome to this video on the actions part of the Rapid Career Development Framework. If you look at our previous video, we looked at how we can be clear on the results that we're trying to drive, what success means to us, and a few tools and techniques to help us get there. Today, we're just going to be talking about the actions. What options have we got available to us? What are the levers that we have at our disposal that we can push and pull to actually influence the results that we're trying to drive? And one of the useful tools I've found in this area is to think about all of the different high-level options in terms of what could happen. So here's some examples in terms of what that might be. It might be, if you're going through a redundancy, for instance, that decision is reversed and you actually stay in the same job. And you've got some actions that you could take in that case. You could take that opportunity to update your CV. You could provide support for other people who are going through a similar piece. You could do something that puts you in a positive light in that circumstance. You might be redeployed, so you might be still made redundant, or you might be going through a change. You might be redeployed elsewhere in the organisation into a similar role, in which case you might want to look at what's available and apply for different roles that are available to you and see what's there, get ahead of the game. It might be about being redeployed in the same business, but actually into a very different role. In which case, what can you do to identify who's in those roles at the moment, who's in similar roles, what can you learn from them so that you know what you're getting yourself in for? There are other opportunities that might be outside of the organisation that you're in at that time. It might be, do I take a similar role in a different organisation? So if I'm a performance improvement expert in one organisation, do I do the same thing? Do I be a performance improvement expert in a different organisation? In which case, I might want to be updating my LinkedIn profile, my socials, and speaking to my external networks to understand who's got opportunities out there, who would make recommendations, have those conversations. Or it might be taking your career in a completely different direction. It might be taking a different role in a different business. So this might be you deciding that you're wanting to go from being employed, for instance, and an employee of an organisation, to starting up your own organisation, starting up your own business. So what actions do you have at your disposal if that was going to be the outcome that you're looking for? In which case you can start to say, right, I need to talk to people, I need to get myself an accountant set up, I need to speak to my coach and my career coach to understand what does this mean, how do I move forward? So this section is about looking at all of those potential outcomes, not necessarily at this stage looking at the likelihood of those outcomes, but what are those potential outcomes and what actions should I do in if each of those areas was to come true. So have a think about your situation. What are the potential outcomes? What are the potential things in front of you? And how do you want to take the next action and set up the next action so that you are most likely to hit the success factors that you've set in front of you previously?